Looks like that's working now. I apologize about that slight delay there. And good evening, everyone. Michael here with Felicity, November 8033 Fox, a Cessna flight training device that I built at home. It is already the 21st of October 2023. Where has the year gone? I don't know. But I do again apologize. It's been a while since we've flown, I know. I thought I had everything ready to go, but the microphone source just was not selected properly. So, again, third time's the charm this evening. We're going to try for the Boston Virtual Wings IFR-19 rating in the Boston Virtual ARTCC. I did just look. In fact, let's go ahead and look together. I do see Boston Center online. There are, in fact, a couple of them currently. So hopefully between the two Boston Centers that are online, one of them should, I'm hoping it's going to be at least online long enough to accommodate our rating this evening. So let's go ahead, and I know we've kind of talked a little bit about this before in the previous two streams, but it's always good to go ahead and rebrief it. I'm going to go ahead and bring up my display, and we will take a look at the Wings IFR-19 rating here. The important stuff we're going to look at are the test standards. We're going to fly a VOR approach using GPS navigation and comply with all charted restrictions on the approach. We're going to switch to the appropriate navigation mode at the appropriate time, and remain within a protected area of circling to land. That's kind of the important stuff that we need to look for on this rating. The departure and arrival isn't going to apply. A lot of this stuff, material printed out and written here for this particular rating will not apply to us, because we are in a single propeller general aviation type aircraft. And a lot of this flight management computer type stuff has to do with more business jets, commercial airliners, things of that sort. So a lot of the information provided, albeit great information, is not necessarily going to apply to us and or our flight and or our aircraft even. It goes on to suggest different types of aircraft, but it does give alternate airports and alternate requirements for non-RNAV aircraft. Now, we do have RNAV on our 172 Foxtrot, so we are able to fly an RNAV approach. We do not have a flight management computer per se. You know, our 430 is the FMC in that case. Okay, so that's kind of a brief rundown of Wings IFR-19. We're going to fly a VOR approach using our GPS or our Garmin GNS 430. Okay, let's go ahead and quickly take a look at our route. We are going to be utilizing the same route that we've utilized previously and that we've filed previously. We are going to start out on the ground at Bradley International and then proceed up to the Chester VOR and then fly the Victor 146 radial up to the Albany VOR, and then shoot the particular VOR approach there at Albany, which in this case is runway 26. And I believe that was the only available VOR approach at Albany. Let me see here. Approach. There was a reason we chose that one. Okay, VOR, runway 28. And that's why, because that was the only VOR approach was runway 28 at my chosen departure airport, or chosen arrival airport. Okay, so from Bradley to the Chester VOR along the Victor 46 up to Albany, and then in for the runway 28 VOR approach. Let's go ahead and quickly take a look at this again. I should have this in my plate then. Thought I had it saved on my plate as a plate here. Let's see, approach. Okay. Lange is the initial approach fix. It is going to be an out and back, so there's a procedure turn that's going to be involved with this approach. And so outbound, we're at or above 3,300. And then back on the inbound, we're at or above, and we're crossing Langley at or above 2,300. It is greater than a 3-degree glide slope. It's actually 3.42 degrees. Okay. So that's our plan. That's going to be our route that we're going to file. It should still be valid. It was cleared not too long ago. Brian, hello. Good evening. Welcome. We're flying the 172 Foxtrot model that I've been kind of working and developing. But it is based on the 172, you know, from Laminar Research. There is a bit of the enhanced flight models along with it. It's a total custom aircraft for the simulator. Okay, so Chester, Victor 46, Albany, and then there's our approach. That's our route. We are 6,000 feet. We do have our aircraft selected. Distance 104 nautical miles. Wow, we do have a significant headwind that's looks like it's gonna be working against us. So let's try, let's see here. Let's just real quick make sure that there's not going to be any sort of weather surprises here. Let's take a quick look at the weather briefing. And of course, the ForeFlight would have to stop mirroring here. Okay, let's try this. Okay. Let's make sure that works. Okay, yep, that looks good there. TFRs, this is some real world stuff. Looks like there might be a TFR around Hartford, Connecticut, possibly for a game. Brentschler Field, so I'm assuming that's for some sort of game. Airmets, IFR Airmets, Mountain Obscuration Airmets. I'm gonna skip over a lot of this. What I'm looking for are, let's take a look at the surface analysis chart. Looks like a low pressure system might have moved through the area recently, relatively recently. METARs, this is kind of what I want to see right now. So departing Bradley, so Pittsfield looks like it's marginal VFR, and then up towards Schenectady, I believe that's how it's pronounced, Schenectady. Marginal VFR, marginal VFR. So it looks like we're departing VFR that might transition into some marginal VFR according to the METARs along the route. What I'm looking for is any sort of, really horrendous, cumulus clouds, things like that, thunderstorms. We are IFR, so our broken and our scattered layers, we recognize those as a ceiling, but we're not. Those are not limiting our flight. PIREPS, that's real world stuff. Cloud coverage. Okay. Kind of what we talked about, departing VFR kind of transitioned into some marginal VFR along the way, and then landing marginal VFR conditions currently. And again, that could always change. We could land and it could be VFR, we could land and we could have quarter-mile visibility and hail. So, what else we got? Wind chart. There's that headwind. 10, 20, 30, 40, almost 40 knot headwind. Because it starts at the top of the flag and the wind, it's pushing, the wind is blowing towards the base of the flag there. So with our flight path, that's directly into the wind almost the entire way. A vertical cross-section chart. Here we have terrain, and this yellow area is kind of new to me. I've never seen that before on this chart. I'm going to have to figure what that is. However, the blue line here is our flight altitude, cruise altitude. And we can kind of see that our cruise altitude of 6,000 feet does put us well above any sort of terrain, which is outlined here in the green shaded areas. Winds aloft. 42 knots, 6,000 feet. Wow. This is going to be a long flight. Departure NOTAMs, destination NOTAMs. Going to skip over a lot of these real world NOTAMs. Okay. I think we're ready to head to the plane and get things started up. And best, like I said, worst case scenario is they're not going to be able to accommodate our rating, and we'll just have to try again. for the fourth time. Best case scenarios, they are going to be able to accommodate it, and we've got a long flight ahead of us. So I'll see you over at the plane in just a second. We will get gassed up, do a quick walk around, and very quick safety briefing, get things started up, get our flight plan filed, and make the call and hope for the best. I'll see you at the plane in just a minute. Alright. Hello everyone and welcome aboard Felicity. I'm going to stick my head out of the airplane just to make sure that our audio is recording properly, and it looks like it is. I do see that green bar moving. I did just want to confirm that before we got too far involved here. Okay, so audio is good. First things first, let's go ahead and confirm our fuel quantity. And we're going to go here, go into customize airplane, weight balance and fuel. And we're going to fill up both wings. You and I are both on board the plane. We've got your flight bag behind me. My flight bag is behind you. And we do have a quart of oil in the baggage compartment along with our tow bar. Gives us a total takeoff weight of just shy of 2,000 pounds at 1,996. Okay, got that. Let's go ahead and get our lights on, get our flaps down, go ahead and do a walk around. Okay, pitot heat, let's get that on. And real quickly, we'll just walk around, go ahead and call it out as we see it. The baggage door is secure.
and take a look at our left rudder cable. That is nice and tight. Our elevator is free and correct. Our rudder does seem to travel fully. Our beacon and anti-collision light are working. Our right rudder cable is nice and tight. Our VOR antennas are in place. Our hind joints and right flap feel secure and tight. We'll move along to our right aileron. All the panel hinges are in place. Strobe is working on the right, and we do have a green indicator. And our right main is inflated. And we'll move along to our front main. I don't see any sign of oil leaks. Strut looks good. Front main looks good. Exhaust is secure. Our prop and spinner look good. Cylinder heads sound good as we move our finger along the pins. A pitch change might indicate a cracked cylinder head. And moving along here, we're going to go ahead and check our static source. Make sure that it's free and clear. It looks like it is. Our pitot heat is warm to the touch. Our pitot tube is warm to the touch, I should say. So let's get our pitot heat off and get that load off of our battery. And we'll check our stall horn that is working. Our taxi light and landing light are both working. Let's go ahead and get these loads off independently. We'll move right along to our left flap or aileron. Check those panel hinges and look at our left strobe. It is working, and we do have a red on the left. So our nav lights and strobes are both working. We can get those loads off. Move right along and check our left flap. It is tight. The hind joints are secure. And our left main looks good there. We did just go ahead and get fuel, so let's go ahead and check our fuel caps. Make sure they are installed and streamlined. Our left and right both installed properly. So let's go ahead and hop back in the aircraft and make sure that we did not miss anything on our walk around checklist here. So let's just run through this. Stereo fuel, gray fuel caps, engine prop, exhaust, stall indicators, surface controls, pitot and static ports, gear, tires, brakes, antennas, baggage door, final walk around. I don't think we missed anything at all. So let's go ahead and quickly go over our safety briefing, and we're just going to quickly go over the acronym safety instead of spending 10 minutes on my full safety briefing. We'll talk about seat belts and our air vents. Fire extinguisher is located directly behind us. The exits are to your left and right. You exit the same way you get in the plane. Feel free to point out any sort of airplanes you see while we are flying. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask those right now before we get too far ahead of ourselves here. Got our hubs and tech time. Our circuit breakers are all in. Alternate static air is in. Sometimes I actually like to check it, make sure it's working. Okay. So that does complete our interior checklist. So we will move right along to our startup checklist. And I will get scooted up here. Seat track. How's that feel? That feels alright there. Gotta make sure I can reach the weather pedals, flight controls. Okay. Avionics 0 or carb heat is off. Mixture is gonna go to full rich. Throttle needs to go to slight. Prime. It's been almost 2 weeks, I think, since we've flown. Let's go ahead and give it 4 in the primer. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, and primer is in and locked. Okay, brakes are on.
Clear prop.
It is clear left, clear right, clear front. Master on, beacon on. Okay, and max to start. And here we go. Right away, I'm going to be looking for RPM and oil pressure. Clear. Okay, oil pressure is in the green, and we do have RPM. Those are my two memory items right away on startup. Okay, and that does kind of complete our startup checklist. I am going to turn my landing line on those to make sure that we can be seen here. What else? Alright. While our oil temperature is warming up into the green, now is a good time to go ahead and file our BFR, our IFR flight plan on the VATSIM network. And speaking of VATSIM, let's go ahead and connect to VATSIM. Give some time for some frequencies to populate here. Call sign's correct, aircraft type is correct. And like I said, we can just hope for the best. They'll either be able to accommodate it or they won't. If they won't, we'll figure out someplace else to either go and or fly and or do. I'm currently in the process of building a new hangar for Felicity here and the FPO, and I'm way excited about getting it done, but it does kind of cut into a lot of our availability as flying. Yeah. I want to be able to stream and fly as much as possible, but then I'll never get this hangar completed, and I want to get the hangar done as much as possible, and then never be able to fly. It's a very fine line. Okay. Flight plan. Let's go ahead. Let's see, do we still have the correct flight plan written out here? Bradley, Chester, V146, Albany. Okay, yep, that looks good there. So let's hop on over to the VATSIM flight plan website entering page. I do need to give a shout out to my girlfriend who is waiting patiently in the living room. Okay, where are we at here? Flight details, so this is current, okay. So we're November 8033 Foxtrot, still IFR, yep. We're type 172, lightweight category. We do have GPS on board, so that gives us go. Departure was Bradley. Off block time. It is 10, 11, 12, 1, let's just say 0200, altitude 6,000, airspeed hoping for 110, hoping. Albany, SCH was our alternate. En route time today for flight gave us a figure of 1 hour and 20 minutes. fuel endurance, we had 3 hours and 45 minutes on board. I like to land with at least an hour. We are legally required to land with at least 45 minutes for IFR. I like to land with at least an hour. So if we had 345 fuel on board, fuel endurance, we would want to land with so let's just say 2 hours and 45 minutes of flight time, and route time's an hour and 20. So I'd say we're good there. Route was Chester, Victor 146, then Albany, BOR runway 28. Route looks good. And remarks, I do like to put our Twitch channel name. The wings, IFR-19. Thank you. Okay, looks like the flight plan was filed. Our oil temperature has come up here. Okay. Pre-taxi checklist, seat belts. Let's get our seat belt on. And let's go ahead and make a radio call. So we have, oh, alright, we're gonna go. We do have ground here on Bradley, so we can talk to, okay, bear with me just a second. Let's go ahead and do a frequency or roll call here. So we got Bradley ATIS is 118.15, and then Bradley ground is 121.9er. I've interacted with this ground controller before, so I've got no problem giving him a cold call. I know he'll be able to handle that. And then he's going to, let's see, I don't think Boston approach is going to cover Bradley. I really don't think so. I think Bradley, let's see, Bradley has their own approach. Okay, so I'm going to expect ground to give me a departure frequency of 134.7. Okay. Okay, let's get some radios on, avionics.
Mark Eddie 71 Fox Delta, 10 miles to the south, entering an initial,
and let's see if we can pull Bradley's ATIS, 118.150.
Italy International Airport ATIS information uniform. 0151 Zulu. Web 290 at 12 gust 21. Visibility 10. Fuel clouds at 2,600. Ceiling 3,900 broken. 9,000 broken. Temperature 14. 2.8. Altimeter 2930. Runways 24 and 33 in use. Expect ILS approach. Notices to air missions. Read back call hold short instructions and assigned altitudes. Advise on initial contact. You have information uniform.
Uniform's current at Bradley.
Italy International Airport ATIS information uniform.
Okay. Flaps. Let's go ahead and get our flaps up here. Avionics are on. ATIS, we've got set our altimeter to 9030. Puts us right just shy of what, 200 feet or so, and Bradley field elevation is 173. So I say that looks pretty accurate to me. Altimeter transponder, let's get that turned on. Let's go altimeter setting. ADS-B is tied into our nav lights. Let's go ahead and get those turned on. Radio will test momentarily. When I call up ground, taxi light, landing light is on. Brakes will test on the roll as well as our attitude indicator and turn coordinator. But let's go ahead and set our heading indicator to compass, and in this case looks like we are right around there-ish. Okay. ATIS uniform. Winds are 290. I'm gonna set my heading bug to the wind direction, gives me visual of my takeoff roll. Gusting 21. Let's bear that in mind. We are gusting 21 knots, but the winds are 12. Broken at 26, or few at 2600, with a ceiling of 3,900 feet, and another broken layer at 9,000 feet, which is going to be above our final altitude of 6,000. Okay. ATIS, we got ground with 121.9er. And then I'm going to expect departure at 134.7, so I'm going to get that on standby. .9er. Tell you what, I need to step out for just a second. Parking brake's gonna go on, and I'll be right back. I do apologize about this momentary break. You're clear behind us. Let's go ahead and lean us out here on the ground. And tell you what, let me go ahead and even get our carb heat on for now. And I'll be right back. Alright. Double check our frequencies here. Now we have Bradley approach on 123.95. Okay, so now I'm gonna expect 123.950 for departure. Alright, let's give this a go, shall we? Get our frequencies 121.9er. 121.9er. Let's double check, make sure that ATIS hasn't changed at all.
Toot. Advise on initial contact. You have information uniform.
Uniform is still current. Okay, uniform is current. To 1.9er. Sounds quiet. Bradley ground, November 8033 Foxtrot is parked over here at Signature, hoping for wings IFR-19, IFR to Albany, ATIS uniform.
November 8033 Foxtrot, Bradley ground. Stand by for a moment while I coordinate your wing flight.
So one of two things is going to happen. It will either be approved or it will not be approved. Hoping third time's the charm, but it is also late and I also understand that as well. Oil temperature, oil pressure still in the green, looking good. Suction looks good. We are charging, got good fuel flow. Altimeter looks good.
November 8033 Foxtrot, be clearance advised, ready to copy.
We are ready to copy. November 8033 Foxtrot.
November 8033 Foxtrot, clear to the Albany Airport, Bradley 6 departure, radar vectors Chester, sentence filed, maintain 4,000, expect 6,000, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is 123.905, squawk 4701.
clear the Albany Airport via the Bradley 6 departure, radar vectors Chester, and then as filed, fly 4000, expect 6 after 10, departure 123.905, squawk 4701, November 8033 Foxtrot.
Number 8033 Fox, are we back correct? Advise when ready for taxi.
And we'll advise when ready, November 8033 Foxtrot. Okay. Bradley 6 departure, and then we're radar vectors to the Chester VOR, and then it's filed, so it's kind of what we're expecting there. Chester, and then Victor 146. Let's go ahead and get things set up here. We are going to Albany. I did check my nav database, make sure we were up to date there. Okay. And then Chester. Albany. And then let's go ahead and set up for the VR 1828 approach. Procedure, select approach. VAR-28. Linky. Now let's load that in there. Okay, so our flight plan looks good. Okay, let's go ahead and double check, make sure we're packed for this. And then rain's starting to come in here. And let's take a look at the Bradley 6 departure. Make sure we're not going to get caught off guard by anything. I'm gonna expect runway 24. So climb heading 238 was assigned. That's on radar vector to final altitude. Okay, so alright. And no additional page, okay. Should be simple enough. 124. Okay. We're getting radar vectors to Chester VOR anyway. some reason my Twitch chat, let's see. Does not seem to want to be working, showing up properly on my phone. Yeah, I'm not sure why that is. Figure that out in a minute. So I do apologize, chat, for not being able to catch up right now. Okay. Huh. Says I cannot cheer in my own channel. I don't want to cheer in my own channel. Weird. Okay. I'm just gonna have to catch up with that later. I don't want to delay anybody any longer here. Okay, Bradley 6 departures, easily doable. Okay, we're still on ground. Okay. Bradley ground, November 8033 Foxtrot is ready to copy for taxi.
November 8033 Fox, would you prefer an 82324?
Would like runway 24, November 8033 Foxtrot.
8033 Foxtrot, runway 24 taxi via Sierra Charlie, hold short of runway 24 on Sierra.
Runway 24 via Sierra Charlie, hold short, runway 24 on Sierra, November 8033 Foxtrot. Alright, parking brakes going on. Air Sierra here. And Sierra Charlie, hold short runway 24 on the Sierra. Okay. So we are turning onto Sierra.
November 033 Fox, you can cross runway 24 on Sierra.
Cross runway 24 on Sierra and ability 033 Foxtrot. Look left, looks clear left, looks clear right. Just keep that wind correction in.
Zero 033 Fox, cross runway 33 on Charlie.
Cross runway 33 on Charlie, November 033 Foxtrot. Clear left, clear right. Whoa, whoa, where's that wind? Let's try wind correction in the corrected way, the way it's supposed to be now. Okay. This runway is not even here anymore.
November 033 Foxtrot, contact Bradley approach 123.905, have a great flight.
Bradley approach 133.905, thank you for your service. Good evening, November 033 Foxtrot. Alright, let's go here, we'll do a run up and go down here towards the hold short. Okay, run up checklist. Brakes are on, fuel is on both. Trim is set for takeoff. Flight controls, down right, up left, down left, up right. Elevator, rudder are true and responsive. Okay, instruments. Okay, everything's looking good there. Primer's in and locked. Mixture is going to go in for best power. And here we go, 1600. Left mag, there's a drop. Right mag, there's a drop. Carpet, there's a drop. Suction's in the green. Oil pressure, oil temperature look good. We've got good fuel flow. Okay, let's go ahead and idle back. Okay, run-up checklist looks complete here. Yep, and again, I apologize, I don't know why I can't type in my own chat right now. Weird. I have no idea. Okay. We're on approach 132.95er. Bradley approach November 8032 Foxtrot is holding short runway 24, number 1 ready IFR. One, 2, 3.905 or okay, well that'll do it. 1, 2, 3.905 or Bradley approach November 8032 Foxtrot is holding short runway 24, number 1 ready IFR.
November 8033 Foxtrot, clear to departure, hello, winds 290 at 12, gust 21, fly heading 280, runway 24, clear for takeoff.
Fly heading 280, runway 24, clear for takeoff, November 8033 Foxtrot. Okay, strobes going on. We're flying heading 280. Alright. Full power. airspeed's alive. Let's rotate. And we got that heavy crosswind there. Stay over the runway, Michael. Wow, look at that grab. Okay, fly heading 280, they said.
November 8033 Foxtrot, radar contact, see altitude.
Current altitude 1,700, climbing 4,000.
November 8033 Foxtrot, climb and maintain 10,000, clear direct Chester.
Climb, maintain 10,000, direct Chester, November 8033 Foxtrot.
November 8033 Foxtrot, I'm in the altitude, climb and maintain 6,000.
Climb, maintain 6,000, November 8032 Foxtrot. Alright, 6,000, direct Chester. Okay, 22 miles away from Chester. 2,000 feet, we're looking for 6,000. Alright, let's get ready to lose all visibility here. Probably gonna be punching through this layer here any minute. In fact, let's go ahead and set the navigator up. . And let's put it on an approach course. And let's get some carb heat on. I don't know if we are icing or we just got that much headwind. Ground speed right now, 45 knots. Alright, carb heat's on. Zero visibility right now. The navigator does have the plane. I am trying to figure out what's going on with my Twitch chat right now. Make sure the app doesn't need updated at all. Okay, are we looking? We're still straight and level. Okay. I sort of tend to do an inverted V scan. Okay, it tells me everything I need to know about my aircraft at the time. I even tried logging out and logging back in. It's weird. It says I cannot chair on my own channel. I don't want to chair anything. I just want to monitor the chat. We're almost 6,000 feet. We might be punching through this layer here. Yeah, for some reason my mobile device just isn't letting me even send a message in my Twitch chat. Alright, how are we looking? We are 12 miles away from the Chester VOR. And then from there, we're heading to the Albany VOR along the Victor 146. WestJet, Thank you so much for your resubscription to the channel. I'm just now catching that. Sorry I missed it. I still don't see the chat yet, but I appreciate your continued support of the channel so much. Greatly appreciated.
Attention all aircraft. Bradley altimeter 2929.
We don't have auto rudder on our 172, but we do have a bit of rudder trim available to help us.
Bradley approach, Delta 5810 is holding short, runway 33 ready for departure.
Delta 5810, Bradley departure, hello, winds, 290 at 12 gust 21, fly heading 310, runway 33, clear for takeoff.
Flyer heading 310 after takeoff, runway 33 clear for takeoff, Delta 5810.
Yeah, this is kind of nasty stuff that we're flying in. Getting kind of tossed around like a rag doll, and the only way I can tell that is by looking at our turn coordinator here. I have no horizontal reference right now. So we are letting the navigator navigate us. We are about 6 miles away from the Chester VOR at 6,000 feet. Cruising along at an indicated 115 miles per hour, actually, so that's about 100 knots. But we're only making 70 knots along the ground. And it's raining to boot.
Delta 5810, radar contact, say altitude.
We're about to pass 2,400, Delta 5810.
Delta 5810, clear direct Chester, climb and maintain 10,000.
Chester, climb and maintain 10,000, Delta 5810.
miles from Chester. Then we're going to be making a turn along with Victor 146.
Delta 5810, contact Boston Center 134.7, have a good flight.
134.7, thanks for that. Delta 5810.
Wow, we're getting nowhere fast today. I'm going to switch over to the left tank right now, get us on the boat.
November 8033 Foxtrot, contact Boston Center 134.7, have a good flight.
Boston Center 134.7, November 8033 Foxtrot. Thank you for your service. Good evening.
Boston Center United 70 is currently passing through 14,000, heading up to 17,000.
United 70 Boston Center, climb and maintain level 350.
Heading up to flight level 350, United 70.
Boston Center, November 8033 Foxtrot is level 6,000 feet.
For 8033 Foxtrot, Boston Center, welcome. The Albany altimeter 2934.
9034, November 8033 Foxtrot.
Route 865, turn right heading 030, vector for the ILS runway 23 approach, descend and maintain 5,000. 030 and descend 5,000, gently 865. FedEx 1180, turn left heading 070.
Left 070 for 1180.
Kevin 554, descend via the Roebuck 3 arrival, runway 22 left, Boston altimeter 2916.
Descend via the Roebuck 3 arrival, altimeter 2916, and expect runway 22 left, JetBlue 554.
I don't know what I did, but I did something.
5810, climb and maintain level 300, and for airspace, that's going to be your final.
Well, my chat's working now, but there's a lot to catch up on currently.
Level 1622, descend and pass, destination maintain level 240. Descending flight level 240, Delta 1622. Delta 600, descend is at your discretion if you want to wait a little bit.
Yeah, we got our TOD coming up shortly. Thanks.
That's good to know.
1622.
Chat's
15
working
November,
again.
report your IFR cancellation and misapproach change advisory
Heading
approved.
indicator compass looks good.
Cancel IFR now. November, on IFR cancellation received. Squawk VFR, forget to change approved, but Squawk VFR, connect now. If you live at 80, turn left heading 350, intercept the runway 33 localizer.
350, instructor localizer, 1180. Center, good evening, Delta 2115, 11,000, direct mirror.
1215 Boston Center, climb and maintain for level 210.
Flight level 210, Delta 2115.
Yeah, I have no outside reference whatsoever.
FedEx 1180, 5 miles from Neduck, descend and maintain 5,600, 5,600 until established on the localizer. Clear ILS runway 33 approach.
What's,
Maintain 5,000, until established making runways are cleared.
what's on our cruise checklist? Power, mixture, and instruments.
Boston Center, Delta 243, flight level 340.
Delta 243 Boston Center, radar contact. Radar depicts areas of light to moderate precipitation. Scan the line route of flight for the next 6060 miles. If you need to deviate, advise.
Right now, okay, we'll let you know, Delta 243.
Landed 1876, descend via the J-Fund Toronto, runway 22 left, accept delete the speed restrictions until autumn, Boston altimeter 29018. Descend via the J-Fund to no speed until autumn, landing 22 left, United 1876. Delete 65, turn 10 degrees right. 10 degrees right, check over delete 65.
Let's just get through this cloud.
November 33 Foxtrot, say approach request, Albany altimeter 29036, let me know if you need any weather.
We would like the VOR runway 28 approach into Albany, and we'll be able to pull weather when we get a bit closer. November 33 Foxtrot.
3 Foxtrot, thank you. Expect the VOR runway 28 approach. Albany wind 280 at 10, gust 21. Visibility 10, ceiling 2,900 broken. Temperature 13, 2.8, altimeter 29036.
936, and we appreciate that information. November 33 Foxtrot.
Like that. How you doing, Mike?
Boston Center, American 3722, direct mirror at 7,000.
American 3722, Boston Center, climb and maintain full level 210.
Flight level 210, American 3722.
6,000 feet, cruising along at 110 miles per hour, about 95 knots or so.
JetBlue 1286, descend and maintain full level 240.
But we're only making...
Follow 240, JetBlue 1286. American 202, contact Cleveland Center 125.42, so long.
We're only making
Going over
70
to
knots
Cleveland
along the ground.
125.42, and thanks for your service. We'll see you around. Have a good night, man. Oh, you too. FedEx 1180, wind 330 at 10, runway 33, clear to land.
Clear land from us, back with me.
Tabletop Android, don't know if you're still here, but hello, welcome. It is a perfect evening for IFR. New follow from Asher K16, who's our ground controller down there at Bradley. Appreciate that. Hello again, always a pleasure. Melvin Leroy, hello, welcome on in. And WestJet, hello, pleasure to see you.
Number 2115, clearing Proby.
Direct Proby for Delta 1215, thank you.
JetBlue 865, turn left heading 010, descend and maintain 2,100. Heading 010, descend 2,100, JetBlue 865.
temperatures up there quite a bit. It's a bit concerning.
German Cargo 463, the Moncton Center is closed. Radar service terminated. Frequency change approved at 39. German Cargo 463, Moncton Center is offline. Radar service terminated. Frequency change approved.
Frequency change is approved for German Cargo 463, thanks for the ATC.
Delta 1622, descend via the J-Fund to Rattle, runway 22 left, Boston altimeter 2918.
We'll descend via J-Fund 2 for runway 22 left. Can you repeat that altimeter for Delta 1622?
Altimeter 2918.
Altimeter 2918, descending J-Fund 2 for runway 22 left, Delta 1622, thanks.
Blue 865, turn left heading 250, intercept the runway 23 localizer.
Heading 250, intercept the localizer, Jet Blue 865.
Maybe we'll be getting through this cloud.
The Ocean 5 in Boston.
Delta C43, yep, actually that's in your flight plan, so you can fly that arrival. Just maintain for level 3 net 40 though, and I'll give you a descent via clearance as we get a bit closer.
Roger, appreciate it. Boston Center, American 3315.
American 3315. American 3315, Boston Center, climb and maintain for level 400.
Maintain flight level 400, American 3315.
Hey Trippy, hello, how you doing? Boston Center, November 33 Foxtrot with request.
November 33 Foxtrot, go ahead.
We need to engage autopilot and step out of the cockpit for a couple minutes.
Probably right back.
We'll go to November 33 Foxtrot. Yep, and ZOP flying the Chancellor 414.
2115, descend via the Roebuck 3 arrival, runway 22 left, the Boston altimeter 2918.
Okay, we'll descend via the Roebuck 3 for 22 left, Delta 2115.
Chancellor 414, that sounds like a fun one. We keep getting bounced back.
Center FedEx 647 Heavy, Blizzard 5, level 14,000.
FedEx 647 Boston Center, climb and maintain for level 340.
I will be right back.
Climb and maintain for level 340, FedEx 647.
The navigator has the plane, and I'll be right back.
FedEx 1180, turn left and then taxi to the ramp via Golf and Alpha. Good night.
Turn left and taxi via Golf Alpha.
Delta 243, descend via the Ocean 5 arrival, runway 22 left, Boston altimeter 2918.
We'll descend via the Ocean 5 arrival and expect 22 left for Delta 243.
United 1876, contact Boston approach 133.0, good night.
33.0, United 1876, good night.
Rate 65, 2 miles from Cusco, maintain 2,100 until established on the final approach course, clear ILS, runway 23 approach.
2,100 until established, clear ILS 23, JetBlue 865. Boston Center, November 221, take up Bravo, climb through 9,500 for 10,000.
221 Tango Bravo Boston Center, climb and maintain 16,000. The Bradley altimeter 29er33.
16,000, November 1 Tango Bravo.
W554, contact Boston approach 133.0.
Over to approach 1330, JetBlue 554. Thanks, see you.
See you later, JetBlue 865, wind 280 at 13, runway 23, clear to land. Land 23, JetBlue 865. JetBlue 1286, descend via the J Fund to Toronto, runway 22 left, altimeter 29er18. J Fund 222 left, 29er18 for Boston, JetBlue 286.
Boston Center, Air China 304, good evening. Climb China maintain 14,000 feet.
China 304 Boston Center, roger. Are you requesting higher, or are you looking at 14,000 for the final cruising altitude?
14,000 feet is fine, thank you. Air China 304.
China 304, roger. The Providence altimeter 29er27.
2927, Air China 304.
Boston Center, November 33 Foxtrot is back with you, 6,000.
Number 33 Foxtrot, thank you. X445, contact Cleveland Center 125.45. 125.45.
Boston Center, Spirit Wings 28 with you. Flight level 240, climbing 330.
Spirit Wings 288 Boston Center, climb and maintain flight level 290, flight level 290 will be the final.
290, which will be the final, Spirit Wings 288.
I thought we had a layer about 4,000 and one at 9,000. I figure 6,000 would put us right in between, but we've been kind of flying in this cloud layer for a long time.
Number 1622, connect Boston, approach 133.0. Have a good night.
Switching over to 133.0, Delta 1622, thanks so much for the ATC, good night.
Welcome. Air China 988, New York Center is offline. Radar service terminated, frequency change approved.
Frequency change approved, Air China 988, service goodbye, sir.
Delta 1623, you still with me? Delta 865, right turn to Tango and taxi to the ramp. On Tango and ground, check 165, have a good night. American 3722, descend via the Roebuck 3 Arano, runway 22 left, Boston altimeter 29er18.
Descend via the Roebuck 3, altimeter 29er18 for 22 left, American 3722.
Number 1 Tango Bravo, cross Lemoore and maintain 6,000, Stewart altimeter 29er42.
Cross Lemoore and maintain 6,000 for 1 Tango Bravo.
Number 2115, contact Boston, approach 133.0, good night.
33 nothing for Delta 2115, we'll see you.
Hi. Spirit Wings 288, clear direct Cyper.
direct side for Fairwings 288.
Ground speed right now, 72 knots. We're indicating 110 miles per hour, right about 95 knots. Still got a significant headwind fighting against us. We are level at 6,000 feet, right around the heading of
JetBlue 1286,
330.
contact Boston approach 133.0. Have a good night.
Contact approach 133.0 for JetBlue 1286, good night.
Laminar Research has just done an amazing job on X-Plane 12.
Number 33 Foxtrot, turn right heading 350, vector 2 final.
Right heading 350, vectors to final, November 33 Foxtrot.
Spirit Wings 288, cross Cipher at and maintain flight level 190.
Cipher at and maintain 190, Fairwings 288.
Delta 5810, descend and maintain flight level 280.
Descend and maintain 280, Delta 5810.
Omni Vortec 115.3. Let's get that on nav 2.
Number 33 Foxtrot, descend at pilot's discretion, maintain 4,000.
4,000 pilot's discretion, November 33 Foxtrot. Number 5.3, let's get that on nav 2, just gonna have that on a standby. Just gonna go full rich for our descent. Fuel's gonna go on both. As we go on our descent list. Repeat, let's get that on.
Delta 5810, contact Cleveland Center 125.42. Good night.
125.42, thanks for your work tonight, Delta 5810.
Welcome, take care.
Destination ATIS is 120.45.
14 Boston Center, good evening, radar contact, cleared direct Proby. maintain flight level 230.
Proby, maintain 230, looking at.
Center 36, climbing 12,000 to 14,000 via the SIG. American 1026 Boston Center,
Kilo
climb and maintain level 360.
Hotel 02.
Climb and maintain flight level 6, American 1026.
Winds are 260 at 19, gusting at 19 to 26. Few clouds at 2600, scattered 3100, broken 4500. This is at Albany. But we're getting vectors to final, so we're not going to have to fly the full out and back from what it looks like.
Number 52 Yankee, the Moncton Center is closed. Weather service terminated. Frequency change approved. Bye. Frequency change approved. Line 52 Yankee. Delta 243, contact loss on approach 133.0.
133.0, Delta 243.
American 3722, contact loss on approach 133.0.
33.0, American 3722.
With 33 Foxtrot, descend to maintain 3,400.
Descend, maintain 3,400, November 33 Foxtrot. What's our missed approach? Climb to 3,000, then climbing left, turning to 4,000. Direct via Albany.
FedEx 22 Boston Center, good evening. Climb and maintain for level 300 and say altitude leading.
Flight level 300 and currently altitude 5,600, FedEx 22.
Okay, so it's right hand holding at Albany.
Center FedEx 22, previous controller cleared high speed Alpha, that's okay.
X22, Roger, thanks for that.
BGSI, let's see. The visual glide slope indicator and descent angles not coincident. Visual glide slope indicator angle is 3.35 degrees.
FedEx 214, descend via the Roebuck 3 arrival, runway 22 left, accept building speed restrictions until Proby, Boston altimeter 2918.
Roebuck 3 arrival 22 left, building the smell of Proby and the altimeter 2918. FedEx 214. X22, request direct to page.
X22, leaving 15,000, clear direct page.
Direct page, leaving 15,000, FedEx 22, thanks very much.
We are 14.2 DME from the Albany VATSIM. Langley, the initial approach fix is 6 DME from Albany.
FedEx 22, Pirate, moderate to heavy turbulence from altitude 3,000 until 10,000 on the departure.
X22, roger, and is that improved for you now?
Currently, I would say light to moderate.
Thank you. FedEx 647, the New York Center is offline. Radar service terminated. Frequency change approved. Goodbye.
Alright, over to
Charlie
Wilmington,
3.0.
FedEx 647 Heavy, we'll see you. Bye. Over Owens.
Number 33 Foxtrot, set to maintain 3,000.
Descend maintain 3000, November 33 Foxtrot. Once we cross Langley at or above 2300 on the inbound, we'll be fine.
Number 33 Foxtrot, 6 miles from Langley, flying 300. Maintain 3,000 until established on the final approach course. Cleared VOR runway 28 approach.
Fly heading 300, maintain 3000 until established on the VOR approach course. Cleared for the VOR 28 approach, November 33 Foxtrot.
FedEx 22 going direct page now.
22, roger. Number 33 Foxtrot, looks like that might have you just parallel the final approach course a little bit. Fighting 320 to intercept, still cleared for the VOR runway 28 approach.
Heading 320 to intercept VOR 28 approach, November 33 Foxtrot.
One Tango Bravo, New York approach closed, radar service terminated, frequency change approved.
Over to Unicom, November 1 Tango Bravo, see you.
Air China 304, New York approach offline, radar service terminated, frequency change approved. Air China 304, New York approach is offline, radar service terminated, frequency change approved.
You just can't get enough of your lovely voice.
Now it's about to end, I'm afraid, but we'll stay as long as I can.
Okay, our monitor Unicom, goodbye. Center, China 204. Forces into hello, Japan fly heavy, now checking vulnerable 137, continue to 210.
Command Air 5 Boston Center, radar contact, climb and maintain flight level 310 and squawk 3015.
I don't know if this is going to do what I want it to do or not. Let's see.
Boston Center, hello, American 511, approaching flight level 210, in North Merritt.
American 511 Boston Center, welcome, radar contact, clear direct, Pro-V.
Pro-V, American 511.
Number 33 Foxtrot, wind 280 at 19, gust 26, runway 28, clear to land.
Runway 28, clear to land, November 33 Foxtrot.
United 70 to Moncton Center is offline, radar service terminated, forget to change approved, have a great night.
Alright, what's on our landing checklist? Gulps,
Japan Air
gas,
5, squawk 3,
fuels on both,
0, 1,
undercarriage,
5.
gears fixed and welded. Make sure power setting looks good, and let's get our landing light on. Oh, that's not what I want this thing to do. Give me back my plane.
Unfortunately, I'll just be closing here in the next couple minutes, and there'll be no further ATC coverage along the way for you. Have a good night.
FedEx 22, request early handoff.
22, forget to change proof, good night.
Over to Lonicon, FedEx 22, never see it.
Can 511 descend via the Roebuck 3 arrival, runway 22 left, accept the lead speed restriction before Proby, the Boston altimeter 29er18.
I descend via the Roebuck 3 arrival and expect runway 22 left, altimeter 29er18 and speed restriction at 511.
American 1026, Washington Center is closed. Radar service terminated. Forget to change approved. Have a good night.
Safety contact.
And Air 5, Montreal Center is offline.
I got way too low.
Frequency change approved. Have a good flight.
That's not what I wanted to do.
FedEx 214, contact Boston approach 133.0. Have a good night.
Boston approach, pretty straight over FedEx 214.
American 511, have a good night. Connect Boston approach 133.0.
133.0 from American 511, have a good night.
I was entirely way too low on that approach. Alright, let's try and exit here at hotel, shall we?
Number 33 Foxtrot, are you going to the hangars off of Delta or GA at Alpha?
We'll go ahead and take these hangars here off of Delta, November 33 Foxtrot.
Okay, Foxtrot, perfect. Turn left on hotel, then join Delta to parking, and congratulations on the Wings IFR-19. I got that in the system for you now.
Okay, hotel, Delta to the hangars there, and thank you for the IFR-19, and appreciate your service this evening, November 33 Foxtrot.
Welcome, take care.
Outstanding.
Visual aircraft Boston Center suspending air traffic control service in the Air TCC effective 0338 Zulu. Class Echo Angle procedures are affected at Boston Airport. Monitoring time on 122.8. Have a good night.
Outstanding. So, well, that's awesome. This was our third attempt at Wings IFR-19, not because we failed the other two times, but simply because the coverage just wasn't available, and understandably so, because it was, had gotten to be pretty late in the evenings both of those times. But, this third time around, we were able to get that accommodated. Ground controller out of Bradley, yet again, another great job handling traffic out there. And Bradley departure, great job, of course, Boston Center. I know that Boston Center was eager to get going, simply because I got a radar vectors to final, which was outstanding, as opposed to having to fly the full approach with the out and back and procedure turn. And we're clear. Okay. Okay, here we are. Let's get our flaps up after landing. What do we got here? Carpet off. Strobes going off. Landing light off. Taxi light, let's get that off. Let's get all of our lights off except for our beacon for now. Tell you what, let's go ahead and reset our transponder and get that off. Let's get G5s going down. Avionics off. Compass off, and mixture to lean, mags, and master. Alright, shiny. Well, let's head back to the FBO hangar, chit chat, and say goodnight for just a couple minutes. And do a quick overview on IFR-20 and what that might entail from Boston Virtual. I'll see you back at the hangar in just a moment.
Alright, everyone. I want to say thank you again for coming in and hanging out this evening. Tabletop Android finally finished IFR-6. Outstanding. Congratulations. I remember when you first ventured into the Wings ratings from Boston Virtual. So to hear you are up to IFR-6, I think that's absolutely outstanding. Congratulations. So, yeah, quick recap, IFR-19 this evening. We were finally able to get that accomplished. I do want to give a big shout out again to Boston Virtual ARTCC, in particular Boston Center this evening, Bradley Departure, and Bradley Ground as well. So let's talk about Wings IFR-20. That's going to be the next on our list. Like I said, with building the new airplane hangar for the simulator, that's kind of cutting in on a lot of our streaming time. So we're going to continue to focus on our IFR ratings. So let me go ahead and pull up IFR-20, Tabletop Android. Well, I appreciate that. Let's see here. Let's try this. Okay, here we are, Wings IFR-19. So we'll go back to the flights page and we will talk about Wings IFR-20. Into the mountains. In this flight, we'll contend with the challenge of obstacles and terrain, but armed as we are with our knowledge of obstacle departure procedures and our nav approaches, you'll be ready to tackle this one without too much trouble. Serving as a review with some of the previous materials we've covered and a reminder of the advantages our nav has to offer, enjoy the views while you fly Wings IFR-20 into the mountains. They have a route of, looks like Lebanon to SLK. I'm not sure where SLK is. Lebanon. Okay, that's a 94 nautical mile route. We could do this in our 172. IFR takes you from Lebanon to Arendak. Adirondack. It takes us to Sierra Lima Kilo. Direct route between the airports overflies the... Well, now I have to say it. It looks like Arendak, but there's a D-I in there. Adirondack Mountains, which peak up to 5,700 feet in the Lake Placid area. Check out the little IFR chart for the region. Okay, so we can kind of pick our own route here. Fortunately, our nav allows us to make the route a little more efficient, but it's a double-edged sword. If we're going to plan a direct flight, we need to ensure we can fly a safe altitude, since we don't have a minimum elevation or MEA to protect us. Test standards, file IFR flight plan, terminating to an initial approach fix to an RNAV approach at SLK or Mike Victor Lima. Files the correct cruise altitude, departs in accordance with the obstacle departure procedure, executes the approach correctly, cancels IFR when appropriate. So yeah, it just kind of looks like an IFR flight that we're gonna plan ourselves, and should kind of cover a lot of the stuff that we've learned thus far in the Boston Virtual Wings IFR ratings. So I think that's it for this evening. Again, I do want to give a shout out to the Boston Virtual ARTCC, and we were able to accomplish the Wings IFR-19 rating. So I think we've got five or six more to try and get knocked out. We'll get those knocked out, and then we'll focus on obtaining the P2, that's the instrument rating on the VATSIM network. So, okay, well, thanks you all again for coming in and hanging out. My name's Michael. I was your pilot today, and again, it was the 21st of October, 2023. Until our next unscheduled flight, which may be tomorrow, I'm not sure yet. I hope you all take care and stay safe. Take care of each other, because that is always important. Let's see who we can go and raid this evening. Yeah, don't really have much in the way of aviation this evening. My buddy Duluth Fly looks like he is flying in an airliner of sorts from Seattle to Las Vegas, Dallas Airlines. Asher says tomorrow there's an event from 1 to 4 in Boston. I might have to check that out. Let's go and raid Duluth Fly this evening. You all take care and stay safe, and we will see you next time. Have a great night.